Be right there, guys. All right. Camera on. What's up, brother? Mr. Russ's private painting class today, it looks like. Ooh, man. There we go. What up, brother? Just gonna smash this apple real quick. How you feeling, brother? Just doing it? Always count on you, Russ. Oh, man. What are you up to right now? Ralph, what's up, man? Just thug life. Have you been in the chat before? Russ, man, I'm glad to hear it. I know that was rough, bro. Welcome to the show, Ralph. If you haven't made one live yet. Just crush an apple because we always do the tactics class first. I just gotta get some kind of nutrient in my body real quick. Silu, what's up, man? Apples give me a hot face. I have like a mild allergy to them. Makes me temporarily kind of hot. Well, shout out to Ralph making his first one. Russ, man, I got you back, dog. Russ been going through some stuff. Drink some cool water. Get rid of the hot face. Silu, what's your problem with their bass? Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, so yesterday we worked on our Night Lord. And we oil washed them. We got a little darker. The lightning got a little bit more subdued. Now I want to draw some edges off. I want to keep them dark, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like their jam, right? Midnight. So we're going to try to pop some nice little edges out on them. Adjust my back. Okay. Let's take a look at the wet palette, see if it held up. Let's grab the original blue, like the dark blue first, because we did use like a lot of this, the Pro Acryl, like, I think that's blue. Or is that bronze? It's bronze. God, the bronze looks so weird when it separates. Let's see. Where's that dark blue? This one, got it. So this one, straight up dark blue. In my eyes, the color don't line up. What do you mean? Like you don't like how they look together? So we're using the dark blue first because I think he has mostly gotten darker now than the dark blue. So I think this might be a good subtle line. Start dropping in. Well, and this is a theory, so I'm not sure yet. Because I want to start doing some little edge highlights. I might need a little more light here. I fuck with the gain. All right, let's see. Let's just do like a little experimenter line. Just a couple little lines there. Let's let them dry for a second. Just kind of do the arm, see what happens. And it's my theory that it'll be a little brighter than the oil stained version. And we can go from there. Give us a little bit of a nice glow. Little hint of blue in there. Yeah, it looks good. It's very subtle. That's what I want before we pop it. So you can be a little bit sloppy with this because it's so close to what we laid down in value. meaning like how dark it is. So your lines can run a little rampant because it'll be hidden. And we're trying to do that thing where I drag them to me. Like that. And we'll just kind of blue it up a little bit. You gotta throw a picture up on Messenger, Silu. I'll look at it for you. Drag to you. I'm gonna go up here just because it's easier. See, I can get a little fatter with these lines. And it should look fine. It's pretty thin. Get some fingers right there. We're going to trace out some of the trim right here. See this, like I said, it's a little bit more forgiving because of how similar it is. But the next highlight is going to be a lot brighter. And we're going to have to be a lot more controlled than that. Always get the feet. Crank the light a little bit more. You see, he's kind of blowing himself up. Because it was straight midnight blue. Very dark. Yep, I like that. It's coming out good. Nice quality. My hand's a little shaky. Hopefully that apple takes hold soon. Just been caffeine this morning so far. Backpack is going to be important here. As much as I want to fucking ignore them. It's very dark, so this blue is going to do more work here. Just take the second to do it. It'll be like less than a minute of total work, hopefully. This is where you got to get careful right here. God, if I get off camera, don't hesitate to tell me. Working this close, sometimes I get off camera. Center mass. Yeah, when I'm this close to the model to try to show this off, a small movement will take them off camera. Camera's only like 6 inches away from them. Gotta lift it up. These balls right here, just kind of trace up against the trim. That you could be loose with it because for reasons I've already repeated multiple times. Across the knuckles. Oh my God, out of focus. Someone shot at me. God. Just shout at me if it's wrong. Thank you, Russ. Okay. That's tight. That's tight. Now, let's grab some of this sky blue. And now we're going to slow it down. So some of that sky blue mixed with some of that dark blue is our brightening agent. Now you got, this is tricky. Now you got to be careful. So like right here. See, and I'm not doing as much. They're doing less, you see? Which will take more focus, but ultimately it's less strokes, so it shouldn't be too much longer. That's the trick. Is the first line is a little thicker. Second line's a little skinnier and more selective. So more at the top, we're going to do kind of like a triangle. Right there. As always, light brush pressure. See how beautiful that's starting to look? Try to get right here. Right in the center. Let's sneak in right here. This is the same thing I would do for black armor. Because if you go too hard, it's not Night Lords. So it's a nice look. Brace with my fingers and my hands. This is tricky. This is where my hands are shaking right here. Switch the angle. And I want to do a little hint up here, up against the trim. It's important. And a little bit by the arrow. Those are my favorite kind of highlights on Marines. Instantly starting to look beautiful. Little lines, little lines. Center right here. Switch it over. On the top. Just like so. Let's get a little hint right here. Right up against those arrows. Right here. Just to pop it out. Wow. Russ, so with the new cast stuff coming out, are you gonna switch to your list for LVO? I won't have time to practice anything new, so I'll just keep it going. Keep it going hard with the same list. Let me get these lines down and I'll look at your shit, CeeLo. Okay, tricky. Let's get this. Come in from here. Lock the fingers. Top of the hand. See if we can get some of this filigree. Right up against that arrow. Sneaking up here. Ooh. That was aggressive. Got some on his bolter? That's weird. Must have been pushing really hard. Yeah, I'm probably afraid to brush. Just gonna remove some of that. A little moisture. I thought it's fine. Yeah, I jammed the brush into that. Sneak up again. Let's try it again. There's a couple right there. Slice a little line in right here. Almost a dot right there. Let's go right here. Let's try to do the little tracing trick right here. Just get the bottoms of these. Oh my god, I did it again. What is wrong with me? Where the fuck my water at? Oh god. Such weird movements. It's funny, that almost went exactly where it needed to go. It's that chaos, like spikes everywhere bullshit. Because that's funny, because that's pretty similar to where I wanted to put the line. The backpack. Nick, what's up, man? Took you way too long to find the link for chat. Didn't I say click the YouTube link? It's like bottom right of every YouTube video, right? Is that how you got here? Welcome to the show, homie. We're just doing our Night Lords highlight schema. Anything you missed, you'll be able to catch on the VOD as soon as we're done today. Wait, if you watch on Twitch, which that video, what I'll do is tonight or today, right after this. So if you miss it on Twitch, we did all the base work yesterday on Twitch. We're just doing the highlights right now. That video is in Vimeo now, and after this is done, I'll publish that and this will be republished right after it. I like the order to be correct. Same thing right here. Couple little lines. Nothing crazy. Go minimalistic where the lightning is, just because you don't get crowded in there. Be a little right here. Like I said, minimalistic in the lightning fields. As far as I want to go there. As far as I dare. Okay, we got to get the backpack. Gotta get a couple bonus lines here. Little trace trick right there. Hard edge. We're going to take the brush and drag it to us for these kind of more center mass highlights. Right there. Flip it over. Just trace down right here. And up here, I want to do a little right up against the arrows. Subtle. Russ. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and Kickstarter board games, and there's literally hundreds of people asking for videos on how to do sun-dropped models. What does that mean? Is that a line of models? Sneak it in the cut. That's a pretty good start right there. Or Pride, you had trouble too? I'm pretty sure like if you click on a YouTube video on the bottom right, it always says like the YouTube logo. You just click on that, and it shouldn't take you to an actual page. And off on the right, the chat might be hidden, so you have to unhide it. You're the second person to complain about it. Maybe it was different today. Quick basic workup. Let me grab a little titanium white in the mix. And let's just do a couple classy, like ping, ping, ping. Oh, you're on the phone. Yeah, I don't know how it works on the phone. So here's a little bit of brighter. Just a little. Kind of just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. That one's a little thicker than I want, but I can fix that. You know, kind of where it's shining right in there. I'm not too worried about it in other places. Maybe a little bit right here in his backpack. Let's see if I can get this. This is tricky. What I'll do now is I'll go back a step. It's what we were doing before. Get it really thin. Just kind of glaze that over this white we did here. It was a little too thick. And that should knock it down a notch. Just hitting the wrong spot. Heard that too many times. Ralph, what are your statement in reference to? Russ knows how to do it. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We got that Night Lords flavor. So here's what I want to do. I feel like we need a couple lightning bolts on his chest. I feel like we need to just come in here and do our best to do a little one right here. Let it fork out. Maybe one right here. Maybe right here. Can't emphasize this enough. You got to get the brush loaded right. It's got to be nice and thin. You got to use incredibly light brush pressure. And just try to do like a fork. Try using the tip of the brush as much as you can. Real small. Oh, thought Sun Drop might be Zenithal, Zenithiol, whatever the fuck. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what it is either. So these are the areas that airbrushing would have been kind of a waste of time. So we're just going to glaze them in a little bit. I think that's good. It shows off what I want kind of right in that spot. So we got some nice ones down here. We got some on his chest. I'm going to rinse off the brush. Switch over to my number 2. And so let's kind of make the mix we were using before. I know we used a little of this Eldritch, a little Sky Blue. Have a turquoise quality to this. Send it down a little bit more, and we're just gonna kind of throw a glaze in by hand without the airbrush here. So I got something nice and thin. Gonna remove excess moisture. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just get a lot of the excess moisture off the brush. We're just gonna kind of dab it in. Right around the lightning, like right on it. Just trace it. Just using the dabbing motion. And it should help start create like a bit of a glowing illusion. You just want to let it fully dry and do it again. That's the trick. On the legs, we got to use the airbrush to make some real aggressive, like the chest, we're going to be a little bit more subtle. Okay. So plenty on the brush. Let's do it again. Very thin. It's totally transparent, where the line is actually super opaque, so the line will continuously show through it, and it will start to give you that fuzz that you're craving. Pow! So we got some real solid ones on the shoulder. The legs really showed off the airbrush. Some on his chest. I'll do a couple more passes. Right off even more. We'll actually go back to the white after this pass and reinforce the lightning in a couple areas. Let's grab our pure white, titanium white. Get it on our little detail brush. And I want to just pop it out in a couple spots. So like at the forks specifically is what I'm looking for. Just add a little bit of depth to it. Real pretty. Looks good. Pow, 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 pow. It's got lots of things to do still, though. That's just some of the cheat codes. Some of the cheats. Like his skin, for example. We use cool gray and purple. I'm gonna do another pass. Just grabbing a little purple, a little blue, a little cool gray, white. And then totally Night Lordsy. Grabbing our number 2 brush. Let's just start kind of boxing out his face. I want a little liquid there. That's too thick. He does have like a chaos star on his head, which sucks. Deal with it. Little on his hair. Just kind of kick it up a notch for that super pale Night Lord's effect. When you're doing lightning, is it a less is more? Absolutely, bro. I mean, most painting is. To be fair. Trying to get his under eyelid. There's like a lot going on in these faces. Grab a little white in the mix. Brighten it up just a little bit. Get those brows. Get that little frame of his kind of furrowed face. He's got this chaos star, which we have to do our best. It's like branded in his face. Hard to see, perhaps, but it's happening. And now we're going to make up some lines right here. Like reinforce that. Go hard right here. Kind of around the side. In your opinion, what Legion is the funnest to paint or Pride? You talk about Chaos? I mean, define fun. Is like fun the coolest looking or like easiest to paint for you? Easiest is probably Death Guard, which makes it fun for a lot of people. A lot of technical stuff. It can be loose. Iron Warriors are similar. They do a lot of fun technical shit. Low stress. Working that Chaos Star again. A little bit more white in the mix. Be precise. Get your angles right. Drag to you if you can. I get to do a little subtle wash on the Chaos Star. With this music, proper English most fun. What's that? Or Pride? You like my tunes? Let's tighten it up around his top knot. Kind of went back to a slightly darker mix with some more purple in it. Break it up a little bit. Keep it nice and smooth. Big issue with skin is like if it's monochromatic looking, you know, like you don't want it to all look exactly the same. Breaking it up helps big time. Taking away. Let's grab a little red. Got some burnt red out here. Gonna thin some down. I'm gonna use that in the star. To shade it like a wash around the perimeter. Rather than just use the same purple, we're just gonna go in a little red. It's really tight. Use some of that red in other creative ways if you want. Nice smooth skin. Go back to the brighter purple mix. You can fake some more lines up here. Give yourself some cool striations. And if you want to, you can make those, because it's a very smooth, basic chaos face. Like, it's not like a character or anything. There's not a whole lot going on here. So now you can grab like a little, what do I got on the table? Something dark. Do I not have any, what darkest color? Blue? Works. So we can grab something kind of dark. And we can add a little top line to these to create three-dimensionality. See this? So right up on the top side of these lines we just did. Add a couple of those. Give yourself some free depth. Like right there. Switch back to the bright one. Now you can kind of reshape the line. Highlight at least. Try to get it a little bit wider. And that gives you that like 3D cut. Lean into it a little bit. So there's like something going on there. Like I said, the face is tricky because it's very smooth, very small. He's got a respirator. And he's got a fucking brand on his head. So that's definitely a triple threat of difficult. So you can't ignore the brand. You have to work the brand in. You just have to. It's just like, if you ignore it, it's just going to continuously look worse. Not bad, not bad. They're not the best. Let's go back to the red. Try to enhance it the best we can. Be a little bit more selective here. Give it some nice depth. Basically tracing it, the perimeter, creating a little border. Like so. Should give you the definition we require. And for the eyes, I would definitely also do red. Predator, prey sight. I'm just going to sneak some thin down red in here. Dab it in. Just let it do what it's going to do. Just let that dry up for a second and then we'll reinforce it. Yeah, that's a tricky head, I'm not gonna lie. That's more difficult than like most faces. Because there's not enough of the face to let you like cheat on like cheekbones and stuff like that. It's very smooth. They put a brand on it. You know, so there's not a lot of details. You kind of have to fake it. But I think that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm with it. Since I'm fucking with red, let me just grab a little more. Nice and thin. Pop that out just a little bit more. Yo, you're looking dope. Let's go back to the eye. Focus more on the eye itself this time. Prey sight action. Where's this brush? And for hair like that, you could cheat a little bit if you wanted to. And grab some red. Same red. You could just do a little light dry brushing against the grain to build up your highlight. Do it slowly and methodically. Start with the same red you used pre-wash. And then you can just come in and detail some of the strands of hair with a brighter color. Like I would just manually grab a couple of the strands, you know, with a brighter color. But we're not there yet. We're not at our brighter colors. But that was a big chunk of them, though. Honestly, getting all those tight highlights knocked out. Let me turn the light down. Getting a lot of those highlights knocked down, new layer of lightening, getting that skin looking good. That's most of it, you know? And now it's just, we're just gonna tighten up the metallics, cut in every detail, put highlights on the weapons, make sure the hair's popping. But that's the next level painting 101, right? Lay down some sick airbrushing, do the details, hit it with a sick wash, you're ready to go, and then just a couple highlights. I'm happy with them so far. I'll definitely do an Iron Warriors one too, probably for YouTube. And I'm gonna use the autocannon guy, like, cause he's baller. But yeah, that's it. Let me just hold him tight for a screenshot. Screenshot 1. Screenshot 2. For when I post it. All right. I'm gonna jump out of here, guys. Thanks for kicking it with me today. Enjoy your Thanksgivings tomorrow, your holidays. There's no podcast tonight, FYI. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, I do have the new design in the swag shop right now. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. right here. HereticSwag.com. Limited time holiday shirt. If you're a patron, I made a post the other day. You guys have a discount on this shirt. 20% off.